Coming up. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking to pass. It's Sanders. Throws to the wideout. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Looking to throw it again. Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A low line drive and not his best work. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. It's complete to the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Across the 25, he's got room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Brings up second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And defense is about being great in the great situations on the third downs. Goal line situations like this, when you need to get a few stops, putting a few stops together, even though you gave up a long drive to get down there.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Barges ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with an onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. Touchdown, Colorado! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Out of the end zone. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter.
Boise State, 14. Colorado, 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. He leaves it with the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. They'll try to run for it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he reels it in inside the 30.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
He's looking to throw it. Unleashes one deep. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, and you've given up this drive and they've come down the field. You had such an opportunity to get the pick and close the door and shut down the drive and not give up points. That's a big missed opportunity for this defense.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos!
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So an 82-yard drive there. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Horn. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players.
Looking deep down the right side. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Stopped after making the catch. And the Broncos are in the hurry-up. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Unloads it left. It's complete. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Quick handoff. On the move at the 30. Off he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Broncos.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got in the lead and going for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Genty. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's looking to pass. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback checking off. Buys a little time. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Boise State 28, Colorado 7.
And the Buffaloes will kick it off to start the second half.
Set to advance on the football.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Man, so many guys in position, play after play to get this guy on the ground, but Palmer, he just refuses to go down and makes big plays.
And when you make plays like that, David, you're basically guaranteeing yourself more touches as this game goes on because the play caller now knows no matter what.
And that ball is picked off, bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, this defense has been lights out for the majority of this football game. They did give up a score to this guy, but they know who the big weapon is. They know where the quarterback is going to be looking. So here in the second half, they're going to have a plan for him, and they did on that last one.
Dropping back, it's Sanders. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's running in the open. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Ooh, the deep defense so lucky that was not a touchdown. The offense saw an opportunity to take a chance and take a shot. They executed that play beautifully.
So that's not exactly optimal as far as the defense starting a stand, giving up an 80 spot, now dealing with a first and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's third, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffalo! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked... starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Buys a little time with his feet. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Takes the handoff. It's Genty. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
All right, fans, let's make some noise. It's fourth down.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Boise State 28, Colorado 14.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Still running at the 40. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the grab at the 20.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Now from inside the red zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Boise State!
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. The returner will field it and bring it back. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level next time.
They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Horn. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They want to just keep throwing it. He lets it fly. And it's hauled into the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Sanders. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Open space at the 25. Can anyone catch him? The 30. Bringing the heat. The 10. Touchdown Broncos. And the stomping has commenced. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to... And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Looking for a man. It's Sanders. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And he puts through the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catches of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown Broncos. And the route is on.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't...
Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, they're playing at home, and they're trying to take advantage of this home crowd and try to build some momentum early. You don't see a lot of onside kicks to start the game. They tried it, but it failed, and now we're going to have to see what their defense can do, taking the field right away.
First down here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Hard running there. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Alabama quickly back to the line. The give. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. The official says no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. On the run, it's Judkins. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They want to run this quarterback. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Finally pulled down, but not before, moving the chains for a 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll go with a direct snap. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Movement here from the tight end. He'll pull it on the read. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Alabama pushing the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And this is why defensive coordinators lose sleep at night, because guys like this have the football in their hand almost every single play. 3rd down, nothing open. He makes it happen himself. Now set up with a great scoring opportunity with 1st and goal.
He'll do it himself. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle trying to steamroll his way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense to...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he made the extra point without problem. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll run it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's got it again. At the 35, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's going to pass. Finds his man. It's Henderson.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Going for it all. They took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be 3rd down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Spins away with great balance. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass, it's Howard. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. On to attempt the try. Oh, they blocked it. He's got a chance to take this one back. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They'll immediately call timeout. On second down, just keeps firing. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Just enough time to get off one more snap. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Back to throw, it's Howard. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab in the open. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job on it.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. See if they can get it done on second and goal. He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Ohio State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Well, that's when the defense would like to have back. They would have wished the quarterback pitched that football, but instead, they took the wrong guy away and made it an easy decision for the QB.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. The snap sets up the throw. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Direct snap. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Alabama quickly back to the line. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Snap it to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. To the air, it's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Got a lot of running room. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown Tide.
This offense is high octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Trying to punch it in. He'll be stopped short, and the 2-point try goes awry, and this lead remains at 1.
13, Ohio State.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll leave it with him. Crossing the 30, he's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. To the ground, he's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys...
Open runway ahead. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Unloads to the right. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. This is a 3rd and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Looking to throw, it's Howard. Quarterback now breaking the field. He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quick pass on the fly motion. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. This is Ohio State 20, Alabama 13.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Going with the ground game left. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it would be very successful.
Now looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 26. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the defense has got it, and they're trying to pick up some yards.
A nice job by the defense swarming to the football. Anytime you're having the ball being pitched or you're having a lateral on the play, you want to get to that guy who's doing it, hit him, make that thing bounce all over the place so you can go recover. Nice job by the defense disrupting it with speed, getting to the football, recovering that side.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? To the air, it's Howard. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play, now giving up a negative play on second down. You better be very careful about this third down play call.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. And before they can kick it, the receiving team is going to call a timeout. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
They'll put the tight end in motion. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Gets away. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where's the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Shoots it to the left. And the ball is intercepted. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into...
Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that. The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Oh, he's going to go for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. Let's see what they've got on second down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David. He's going to take a shot right away. Makes the grab down the left side. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, USC. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The offense lining up for a first down play. Takes the handoff. It's Maffa. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Give to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Snagged in the middle. It's Maffa. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On the ground, it's Maffa. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. To throw, it's Klubnik. He finds his man. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
And you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. Touchdown, Tigers. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They mark it at the 29. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance in USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive.
Ball is free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
I'll tell you what, that one... You're trying to get a drive together, trying to get some points to dig out of your hole. Now you turn it over right before the half. All the momentum shifts straight to the other side.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Split backs here. The inside handoff. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Back to pass, it's Moss. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Trojans need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Picked off. Trying to take it back. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Looking to take a shot. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swat.
And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Clemson. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum. Lost one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Leaves it with the running back. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a